Greetings to you all and welcome back to Let's Play Command & Conquer. We're on mod 5 and if you got fed up with me clicking the restate button, and here we go, I found a new one, it's called Restart.
Before you can truly shape the future, you must first possess the past. Assimilate our history, for it is your own. Kane wants you to view this.
Accessing Brotherhood archives. The Brotherhood desires a world of peace, unity, and eternal brotherhood. The Brotherhood springs from the lowest of places, offering unity and peace to otherwise neglected and abused nations. Tiberium heralds the dawn of a new age. The Brotherhood embraces this age, harvesting Tiberium to further expand our collective beliefs. Tiberium continues to confound the scientific community, soaking up ground minerals and soil nutrients like a sponge. The end result of this unique leaching process creates the formation of Tiberium crystals, rich in precious metals and available for collection with a minimum of mining expense.
So there we have it. We now know what Tiberium is, we know kind of how it works, it soaks up all the minerals so we can harvest them with no trouble whatsoever. And if you're sitting there with a dumbfounded look on your face going, what? What are we supposed to do? That didn't tell me anything. Then I agree with you, let's have a look. Okay, so it's a pretty simple mission objective. We need to find the enemy base and destroy it. The game has warned us that we will be attacked by airstrikes, so we need SAM sites to defend ourselves. That means they're going to be constructible for us. Now if you see what I'm doing at the moment is I'm just trying to find the Tiberium, which I do believe I've now found. Tiberium obviously incredibly useful and completely necessary for any base. And that's one Grenadier who will completely wipe out that attack bike, because that's just how weak they are. Anyway, I'm sure I mentioned this before, but on certain levels, most of the later levels, the idea is to find the Tiberium and then park yourself somewhere near it. Because generally the game will start you miles away from Tiberium. I don't know why, but it does. It's a pretty simple job just to find where the Tiberium is, and I hope this chap soon gets out my way. Ah, that'll do.
Construction options. Building.
There's Grenadiers really after this attack bike. He'll go charge after it at any cost whatsoever, which we can use to our advantage, of course. Anyways, we found our Tiberium. We should do well to scout it out and make sure it can't be easily attacked from any position. If it can, perhaps set up a defense. We have a new building, at least I believe it's new. I certainly haven't built it before, so this will be the first time I've spoken about it. It is a sandbag wall. Now, there is a very easy abuse you can do with sandbag walls, and I'm sure if you've played the game before, you're well aware of it. There are two uses for sandbag walls in my mind, one of them as the game intended, and one of them as the game did not intend. Guess which one I'm going for? Yes, I'm going to be playing fairly. I doubt that's the way you guessed, but that's what I'm doing. That guy's going to burn himself to death, we'll leave him to it. Anyway, the use of sandbag walls. Well, you can either wall off critical structures and important parts of the base, essentially funneling the enemies through. So if I were to build sandbags from there, say, and leave an opening here, and then I wouldn't build sandbags here because I want the harvester, but it would force them to come through the opening. Now, the alternative is to sandbag your whole base off. That means all the way across there, all the way to the end of the Tiberium, and then down. So that my base is completely segregated away from anything else by sandbags. If you do that, then the enemy will walk up to the sandbags, they will stand by the sandbags, and they will be utterly confused, and they will just stand there. Because that's what the computer likes to do. The computer cannot destroy sandbag walls. So if you use them for walls to create an entrance, you can build as a base defense there, and your base is nice and secure. if you use them to completely wall your base off, then you're completely invulnerable and can't be harmed by anything other than planes. That's lame. I'm not going to be doing it. I will be creating entrances and funneling troops through because that's a tactical thing. I seem to be making up my own rules, but then I am the one playing the game, just sue me. That's the way I'm going to be playing anyway. I don't like the abuse of completely walling yourself in. Unless I start losing, then all rules go out the window and we cheat to victory. Anyway, new unit we can build, flamethrower. We saw them in the last GDI mission, I do believe. They're very nice, we'll be building a few. I don't like bazooka units very much. I much prefer grenadiers. I think they're a better unit and they're cheaper, so I feel kind of cheated in buying bazooka units, but we may not have much choice. Unless we can build an airstrip, and I haven't clicked down yet, so I don't know. Yes, that map's useless, that's much better. And the answer is yes, we can build an airstrip. But first we're going to build some more power plants. You notice we're getting near the tip there. So we do need to be a little bit careful. Anyway, as I said, with the sandbag walls you could encompass all of your tiberium in a giant sandbag wall, and the enemies would just leave you be. I suppose there is one thing of merit worth showing you about sandbag walls. I don't know why I'm building towards this here, but I just fear it's safer down here. And I also want to build my airstrips as far on the right as I can. Remember that trick? I went through it a few levels back, I do believe.
Yes, sir.
Humvees can't crush, no worries there.
Yes, sir.
Tank should already help. And you can start building that.
Building.
The one thing I will show you, or just tell you, about sandbag walls is that they must be placed next to a building. Now, sandbag walls count as buildings. This is it's kind of a double-edged thing. I can't just build a wall across there. I have to build up, and then across, in a fancy T fashion. However, there is an advantage to all this, but not really an advantage. You may have noticed that buildings must be placed next to each other. However, I can build a trail of sandbags all the way up here, and then I could dump a building out here in the middle of nowhere. That's because sandbags count as buildings, and I can sell off all the sandbags, and get back half of what I paid. Now, airstrips are very expensive, they cost 2,000, but then that's the same as the war factory for GDI, so that's fine. Can't complain about that. We'll keep our scouting going, with our stupidly broken system of non-retrialing.
Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Acknowledge.
So the enemy seem to be approaching from the north. That's where I'm expecting the enemy base to be. Probably in the complete opposite corner to us. That's the way the game likes to do things.
Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
And we'll get a second scout on the go. And I will build a couple of flamethrower troops. Just a few.
Yes, sir. Knowledge. Moving out.
We found some tiberium. This could be secondary tiberium for us. Or this could be enemy tiberium. If we found the enemy tiberium, then that opens up a whole world opportunity of attacking their harvester. Because this does look quite out the way, but I suspect it's our reserve patch. Most levels will give us a reserve patch as well as our principal patch. The other thing about construction I didn't mention, the money is taken as the thing progresses. So this has just under a quarter left, so it's just got just under 500 credits left to go on that. You don't pay for it in bulk at the start and then it constructs. It does build as time progresses. That's why I'm not building anything else, even though I've got 300 credits and could buy another flamethrower unit. Okay, it does seem that is the enemy's Tiberium patch, and we're not going to attack that harvester, or it'll turn around and get all of its mates to come and help. Though why they're not harvesting this patch, I have no idea. We found a civilian town, guess what we're going to do with that? Get to work, you two.
New construction options.
We are going to build some sand sites, the mission tells us to, so I'm guessing the airstrikes are going to be quite hefty. So we'll build a couple of those things up. So we chant yay, 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 yay. But why not? It's a good tune. This is what we had for music back in '95.
Unit ready.
I don't know why that chap's running away. He could probably take both of the attack bikes. Maybe that's giving him a bit too much credit, but still. Let's just get nice and deep into this hamlet. Not near the wall. Not near the wall. There we go. And we'll use the other one to go scout. You may have noticed I hate attack bikes. Yes, I detest them. So I use them as scouts, and then when they die, and I replace them with light tanks. That's right, this is the first level we've been able to construct vehicles for Nod, and we can already build a light tank. Does that mean I'm never going to be building any Nod buggies? No, it doesn't, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to build any recon bikes. Look, for 100 extra credits you're going to have a light tank, that's why I hate them. Nod buggies are very cheap, I believe they're cheaper than Humvees. I can't remember, even though we could build Humvees before, my memory is terrible. But they're very cheap, and they're good against infantry, whereas the light tank isn't, so they can crush. For that reason, my army will probably be a healthy mix of light tanks, Nod buggies, and then flamethrower units. Flamethrowers are thrown in there because I find them to be very good against mass groups of infantry. Things like grenadiers, which the Nod buggies can handle, but not great because they do take a bit of damage. Well, that looks like an enemy base is going to be up there then, since they have stationed guards outside it. This chap is again coming back to try and take down these bikes, however he's walked over the tiberium so much he's nearly killed himself. That will do, why not? We'll build one more of those and then we'll be happy with that. You two can probably take this chap now that he has so little health, if you could ever hit a shot. Maybe not. I don't even know which one he was aiming at. He's not even moving. Please finish him off.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And now kill this chap who's very smugly walking behind the back of you.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
This inlet leads nowhere. We shall check the bridge from level 1.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
On hold. I haven't showed on hold. On hold means as it sounds. If you're running low on funds, it would automatically shove stuff on hold. If you're not running low on funds, then you can manually shove stuff on hold.
Cancel.
The idea of that being, if you have ticked around halfway, so you've spent 375. Yes, good maths. So you've already spent 375. You were halfway through constructing this SAM site. Then you can right-click and put it on hold, which means it will stop taking money away from you whilst you build some light tanks.
Yes, sir.
However, if you decide, wait, the enemy lied to us, they don't have any planes, then you can just right-click again and you can completely cancel the thing and you'll get a refund. And the enemy does have planes, there they are. And if the enemy is going to use planes on my units rather than my structures, then I am going to cancel it, as you just saw me do, and I got some money back for that. So there you go, it's been nicely demonstrated. Need more tanks. Airstrikes are effective against infantry. Very, very effective against infantry. Huge splash radius, instant kill for infantry. They are effective against light vehicles. That's the Nod buggy and the recon bike. They do pretty good against those. They are not that effective against light tanks, and they're not great against buildings. They're okay, but they're not great. You saw that in the level where we have them. You have to love the flamethrower units. Just for their attack animation. Look at that! It explodes in flame.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Reinforcements? Ah yes. I almost forgot myself. When you're playing Nod, all of your units are called reinforcements when you buy them. There's the reinforcing plane. Anyway, this base is now officially set up. We're in business. We know where the funds are. We've scouted out our enemies. We know where the harvester is. We know they have a medium tank up there that terrifies me.
Building.
We know we need more light tanks if we're going to take that thing down.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
We still need to scout out up here. This should be quick, I'm hoping, as I suspect it's all water.
Affirmative.
No, it's not going to be, is it? It's going to be a whole other path up there. So, multiple routes it is, multiple routes which will be explored in the next video. I'm going to be cutting it off here. I am going to be saving. Yes, I am. There we go, not 5p. What a good naming system we have. I'm going to be saving because in case things go wrong, you don't want to watch me set up the base again. But anyway, that's the end of this video. Hopefully you'll join me for the next one and we'll continue with this level.